Petronius. A few years ago I skimmed through it, so we'll see what it's about. 1. Here's a question, Norm. With some genera or some race of furies, our declamators, our rhetoricians, the people who practice public speaking, they are inquietened, they are disturbed or something. So it's a question, are our rhetoricians, are they disturbed by a type of furies and who they shout? This wound for public liberty I received. This I, impedite, cost me for you. Give to me a leader who can lead me to my children. For my poplites, sometimes it means knees, it's usually the hamstrings near the knees. Socratis means cut. Anything that has this sort of form at the end usually means cut, so it's a compound. My limbs cannot sustain me, so his legs can't hold him because his hamstrings are cut. These themselves might be tolerable, as it's subjunctive, if they made some road of going into eloquence. So you might be able to tolerate all these declamators speaking if produce some eloquence. Now, at correlatives, by the swelling of these things, or the probably means something like the arrogance and the whatever of these, by the most empty strepido noises of their sentiments and words, these tantum ut correlatives, proficient, ficio just means to make, these make, so that these people, when there's plural, they come into the forum where they not just a place where they sell things, that's where you have your lawyers, etc. They think themselves, being, here again plural, carried away into some other world, in an alien world. Orbum terrarum is the usual phrase. Et ideo, and therefore, or for this reason, ego I, exists among another thing going with ego. I think that adolescents become, in these schools, stultissimus, very stupid, because nothing from these, which can be used in experience or which we can have in normal life, is either heard or seen, but it is pirates with chains standing on the shore. Another said, but it is tyrants making edicts, you might want to say, certain things. They're ordering sons, that's probably dative, in these things they're writing, that they preside, another cut off compound word, cutting off the heads of their fathers. Another but. These are responses, data, given in pestilence, that 3 virgins or more should be sacrificed. Another said, but these are honey-sweet globs of words, and all things dicta and facta, all things said and done, are as if they are sprinkled with papaver and sesames. They're both seeds, really, sesame seeds and these other seeds. 2. Here's a bit of a quote. Those who are nutritioned or nourished amongst these things, with the poppy seeds and the sesame seeds, they're not able to be more sapere, more wise, than those who live in a kitchen. In smell, being good. So if you live in a kitchen, you don't smell well for some reason. Though usually food smells good, but anyway. With you being at peace, may you let this be said. This looks like plural first. So you are the destruction. You are the first destruction of all, of the eloquence of everyone. For levibus inanimus sonus. So light and empty sounds, by exciting these, looks like there's a certain, these are neuter plural, what do you call it, ludibrums, these are like not real things or invented things or whatever. Anyway, you make it that a body of an oration, that the body of speeches, they're innervated and caterate, so they don't have sinew basically if it was a human body, but it's lost its nerve and it dies basically. So he's just criticising the speech makers. Non dum. Not yet had young men were they contained, or detained, you might want to say, in declamations, when Sophocles and Euripides found words in which ought to be spoken, which they ought to use to speak. Not yet. It's like when we saw said and said and said. Now we have non-dums. Not yet was some shady, learned person destroying Ingenious people's inborn talents when Pindar and the 9 lyricists feared to sing out in Homeric verses. These are lyric poets. Okay, Daily Dictionary, Smith and Hall. Lyric, lyricus. A poet, lyricus. In plural, simply lyricae. Quintilian, in Cicero's time the word was not used, so it's just lyricae means lyrical poet. Back to the story. Ne quidem. And not even, that's an accusative, so I shall not even cite him. I shall not even mention poets or cite the poets for their testimony or their evidence, and certainly neither Plato nor Demosthenes to this type of exercises did I see or do I see approaching or going to these exercises. Grandis, grand, same thing in English. If I may speak thus, a grand speech is a pudica oratio. It's a modest and preserving modesty, and it's not shameless, etc. It's not maculose, it's not stained, it's not turgid, but with a natural beauty, it natural and grand speeches should surge. Recently, ventoseistic, these are windy types of speeches have grown with enormous loquacity. It means a lot of needless speaking. These have migrated from Asia. You don't need an ad for Athens to Athens. And the minds of the young people surging, I guess their minds want to surge to great things. It's as if by a pestilent star, certain pestilent star are blowing. And with these rules of eloquence corrupted. It stands and obmuted, so it's been quietened. So the normal style of learning has been corrupted, and it's no good. It's now polluted, basically. Ad summum quis postea. In some versions these are mixed around, but says so who afterwards comes to the what's called the summit of Thucydides, who possesses his skills, who can proceed to the fame of this guy here, Hyperides. And not even Carmen's, he says, like poetry, can shine with the sanity of colour, the health-givingness of colour or something. But everything, as if it is pastured, it's fed on the same food, is not able to go to old age, to canescere, means to grow old, actually, literally to grow white or grey with your hair. Pictura quoque. Pictures also didn't make a different outcome. They hadn't changed after the audaciousness of the Egyptians had found a compendium, which is a shortcut of such great arts. So he's gone now to pictures to end it off after speaking about declamations.